Hi, I'm Cecily. Welcome to Cecily on Point. I am here today to talk about Lodge pans. And I just got a new one. I love these pans, these cast iron pans. There's nothing like it. It's the only thing that you really need for cooking in your kitchen. I have a couple of them that I use regularly, and this is the first time I think I've had a new one in about more than 20 years, so I'm really pumped about it. But I want to show you how to cook with it, how when you get a new pan, it's already pre-seasoned, so you really don't have to do a lot of maintenance with it, but it's important to know how to use it, when to use it, and just what to do with it. So let's get busy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to run this under some warm water in the sink. So we want the warm water just to take this label off. But the label looks like it's ready to come right off, as you can see, which is terrific. Look at that. Okay, so that's done. Now I want to use this nice sharp sponge, the scrubby side. So you always want to just make sure that you sponge it out, give it a little bit of a scrub, wipe it out, wipe the back. And this is just, for our initial use of this pan. Because again, like I mentioned, it's already seasoned, so it's not something that you have to worry about. Every time you cook with this pan, you're seasoning it. So you're making it better every time you use it. So the more you use it, the better the pan is going to be. So now let's get it ready to cook. So you want to wipe out the pan now with a paper towel so that you're sure you got all the wetness out. And then you're going to turn the flame on so that we can go ahead and do an initial cook with it. You want to start to heat it with a medium flame. I have mine a little high here, so I'm turning it down so that you can get even heat, because that's the whole key here with the cast iron. And then I'm going to coat it, the bottom of it, with some olive oil, which is going to help with the keeping that seasoning going, because like I mentioned, it's really all about cooking. Every time you cook with it, you season more with it. So I'm putting that olive oil in there just to kind of coat the bottom so it'll get nice and warm, and then we can put our veggies in and we can really saute them, and you'll see just how beautifully it's going to cook them. Even though you can use metal or plastic in your cast iron pan, when you're first seasoning it or first using it, because it is seasoned already, I keep saying that, but it is seasoned already. But when you use it the initial times, I like to use plastic, but you feel free to use either, whichever works best for you. So this is now starting to really warm up, so we're going to get ready to add these veggies and get cooking. So you want to be mindful when you're touching it, either have a pot holder or have a sleeve handle that you're using when you're using your cast iron pan. Okay, let's get ready to start sauteing. Putting in my onions, garlic, peppers, putting that in kind of first here. You can see how nice it looks in the pan. Now we also have some yellow squash that I'm going to add, and some suntan peppers, which are really nice. This is a nice primavera that I'm going to be making. So it's just taking whatever veggies you have, cutting them up according to the type of pasta that you're using. I'm going to be using a shape, so that's why I've cut them into pieces. If I was using long pasta, I would cut it into more like slices, but I'm going to be doing a shape. And you can see how nice the veggies are, really just taking up all of this. It smells delicious, it really does. I love this. With the first time using the pan, everything smells so good and fresh and yummy. This is going to be great. And as you'll notice, the pan is not sticking. I've got it at a pretty decent high heat, even though I'm using olive oil. And the veggies are glistening. Just really loving all of that hot, hot heat that they're getting from the pan. Now's a good time to add your salt, pepper, garlic, so that we can make this also. Just season it in, and that's part of the seasoning of the pan, the seasoning of the veggies. Let's keep the seasoning really clean and pure. We're going to start with some pink salt. And then some basic black peppercorns. Really good. This is the kind of thing that's great on your stove or outside on the campfire or on your grill. Look at this in this pan. So fresh, so yummy looking. And then I want to put some granulated garlic in. Really keeping it simple, nothing elaborate. As we get closer to the end, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon, and I'm going to also put some fresh herbs in. Now you also want to be very mindful in the early stages of your pan of the acids that you use. You don't want to use a lot of acidy foods early. It's okay for a squeeze of lemon, lime, some orange, tomato, but initially you don't want to over citrus your pan. You want to just keep it pure with anything else, frying, baking, broiling, sauteing, anything else. Just go a little light with the citrus initially. And now once all of the food has cooled out of your pan, you want to take it out and store it, and then we're going to clean it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean. We've got a little bit of cheese in here. We've got some other things that are deglazed on the bottom, but wait till you see how easily this pan cleans. Here's what the pan looks like. We cooked with it. It has a little bit of sticky in it, but not a lot. But this is the first time that it's been cooked with. And now we just want to clean this. First thing we want to do is we want some warm water. And then I like to just kind of spray all of the loose stuff out. Let's just take the sprayer and spray it all out. But this, remember, is all part of your seasoning. And now that we've got it nice and wet, I'm going to take my sponge, the scrubby side of my sponge, and I'm just going to scrub along here, get out whatever is loose here on the bottom. See, it's coming right out. There's a little bit of cheese right here. I'm just going to scrub that a little bit, pouring all that out. A little bit more warm water. This is now making this pan terrific. Get that little piece of cheese out. Okay. A handle. This is the easiest pan you're ever going to own, believe me. And I will absolutely do another video where you can see something really, really stuck on and how you really get it clean. But this is it. You want some clean water to rinse it. The water is warm, not too hot. But look at how it's, you see? Just really get the back side. If there's anything on the back you want to get. As you can see, it's dry. It's clean, I should say. And I'm just taking my paper towel and I'm drying it out. And you see how the pan looks a little dry. It doesn't have the luster to it. Well, this is how you don't want to put your pan away, because if you put it away like this, the likelihood of it rusting is great. So what I like to do is take a little bit of spray, and I just give it a spray like that, and then take my towel and then just wipe it all around. So this way the seasoning's staying in, the pan is staying moist. I'm going to get the handle, the whole pan,
And it's quite normal for it to look like this. It's clean. Your pan is clean, your pan is seasoned, your pan is ready for round 2. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm going to bring out my others so that you can see what this eventually will become. As I showed you earlier, this is my small 8-inch, which is very seasoned, and you see how it has that nice glisten to it, so nothing will stick on that. Here's my 10-inch also, and this is just washing it and taking care of it the exact way I just showed you how to do the new one. And then finally, my queen piece. This is a Dutch oven given to me from my grandmother, okay? This is an heirloom piece, has a cover, goes in the oven, makes the best stews. You can fry, you can do everything with this pan. I love this. And then finally, this is now the new addition to the family, my 12-inch that we just cooked with and cleaned and seasoned. So this is how you take care of your cast iron pans. Make sure that you use them frequently, wash them right away. They never need to soak. Dry them out and put a little bit of oil in them, and they will be with you for a long time. They will help you work smarter or cook smarter, not harder. So enjoy. Till the next time. Thanks for joining Cecily on Point.